Good evening, kids. So, in the previous class, we have discussed the different types of cell organelles, right? So, in that discussion, first we have seen and we have learned that cell organelles are the basic unit of any cell because a cell is able to perform its basic functions only because of the presence of these cell organelles within its cytoplasm. Okay. Then we have learned about the two cell organelles, that is endoplasmic reticulum, that it is a network like structure and it is present throughout the cytoplasm of the cell near the nucleus, and it acts as a cytoskeleton for the cell because it gives mechanical support to the cell due to its network like structure. Then we have seen that this endoplasmic reticulum also helps in the production of different types of molecules such as proteins as well as fats, okay, by the rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum respectively. Then our second cell organelle was Golgi apparatus. We have seen that Golgi apparatus is called as dictyosomes in case of plant cells, and they're known as Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus in case of animal cell. We have also seen that Golgi apparatus is generally known for the packaging function. They are generally associated with the packaging of these molecules which are synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and then we have seen that those molecules are also responsible for the formation of cell membrane, and that's why the process of formation of the cell membrane is called membrane biogenesis. Okay, in today's class we will learn about the another two cell organelles, that is mitochondria and plastids. So I will give you a brief discussion about mitochondria, how it is being discovered, who has discovered, how it looks like, what is its shape and what it is called. Okay, and in another video I will send you how it functions and what are its structure. Okay, so let's start with our first cell organelles, that is mitochondria. These mitochondria are nothing but these are the smaller bodies which are present again in the cytoplasm of the cell, and they're also double membrane bound structures. They have two membranes. Okay, mitochondria was first discovered by Kolliker in the year 1880 when he was observing the voluntary muscles of flight in insects, flight muscles which are helping the insects to fly. Okay, mitochondrion has come from two words, mito which means thread and chondrion which means granule. Okay, and they are the small bodies which, if you see its structure, they have thread like structures inside it. Okay, and the name was given by the scientist C. Benda in the year 1897. If you talk about its occurrence, it is present in all the eukaryotic cells, but as you all know that our RBC, red blood cells, doesn't have any cell organelles within it. Okay, so it is not present there, and it is present in all the prokaryotes. Okay, they may be granular in shape, they may be spherical in shape, as it is found in yeast. Yeast is having spherical mitochondria in its cell. Oval or discoidal shape is present in higher organisms. Okay, we can also say that mitochondria is the second largest cell organelle in the body of higher organisms. The first largest cell organelle is nucleus, and the second largest cell organelle is mitochondria. Okay, and for seeing mitochondria you need not to use electron microscope. You can observe mitochondria under light microscope. Okay, this is the figure of a mitochondria. You just see this figure. It is showing that it is having two membranes, outer and inner membrane. The foldings of the inner membrane is called cristae as labeled there, and the fluid which it or the space which the cristae encloses is known as matrix. Okay, and the matrix contains DNA and ribosomes. So mitochondria is also responsible for its own multiplication. It doesn't need the help of nucleus to multiply itself because it has its own DNA and ribosomes. Okay, next is coming to the functions. The most important function of mitochondria is that it helps in the production of energy, and energy is being produced in the form of ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. It is the currency of energy. So that's why mitochondria is also known as powerhouse of the cell. Another video I will send you in which the structure of the mitochondria is clearly explained. Okay, so this is about a brief idea of mitochondria. Okay, and the second cell organelle today we are going to discuss is plastids. Okay, plastids are only and only present in plant cell. They are not found in animal cell. They are only present in plant cell. Okay. If you will talk of its type, they are generally, it was first discovered by Leeuwenhoek, and the name was given by Schimfer in the year 1883. Now there are two basic types of plastids. One is leucoplast and another one is chromoplast. Leuco means colorless. Okay, so if the plastids are colorless, then they are said to be leucoplast. Okay, and if the plastids are having color pigments in them, then that type of plastids are known as chromoplast. Not only that, chromoplast are the plastids which are present in the parts of the plant which are exposed to light. You know, there are certain parts in the plant which are present above the soil and they are exposed to the sunlight, right? Such as flowers, petals and fruits. So all these petals, flowers and fruits are colorful, and this colorful characteristic is being given by the plastids known as chromoplast. Okay, and the basic function of chromoplast is that it helps in photosynthesis and pollination. Okay, since it is having colorful pigments, so it will attract the insects for pollination, and at the same time it will have certain pigments in it, so it also helps in photosynthesis. And since leucoplast, it is colorless, it is generally present in the parts of the plant which are not exposed to light, such as underground parts like roots of the plant. Then it is also present in potato tuber. You know that that potato part is known as tuber, and it is also present in rhizome. Rhizome is nothing but it is the stored part of a ginger. Okay, and the main function of leucoplast is it is generally associated with storage functions. Like in potato starch, it's stored. In ginger, it is working as a storage function. Okay, roots also it is used as a storage organs. Okay, so leucoplasts are generally colorless and they are usually used for the storage functions. Okay, if the chromoplast is having chlorophyll pigment in it, then that type of chromoplast is known as chloroplast. Okay, this chloroplast is generally present in the leaves of a plant, because leaves are the parts of the plant which helps in the food production, okay, by the process of photosynthesis. That's why the other name of chloroplast is kitchen of the cell. You know, kitchen means the place where our mother or we used to cook food, right? So since the food which is required by a plant, because plant is also a living being, so kitchen of the plant cell is nothing but it is being called as chloroplast, because chloroplast is containing a pigment called chlorophyll, which is helping in the production of food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, now this is how it has been shown. Okay, that proplastid means the initial primary plastid, which is going to differentiate into three types of plastids, such as leucoplast, chloroplast and chromoplast. Chromoplast are the colored plastids, and leucoplast are the colorless plastids, which is associated with the storage functions, and chloroplast, they generally have chlorophyll and they're associated with the photosynthesis. Okay, this is the structure of a plant cell. It is also a double membrane bound structure. It is having outer membrane and inner membrane. Okay, the inner membrane encloses a fluid like substance which is known as stroma. In stroma, you can see disc-like structures are present, isn't it? Those disc-like structures are present, known as thylakoid. You can see their green color disc-like structures, they are thylakoid. And you can see that one thylakoid is present above the other. They are superimposed on one another like a pile of coins, and they together forms granum. Singular form is granum, and so many granum together forms grana. The plural form is grana. So you can see a chloroplast is having so many grana. In higher plants, generally 20 to 40 grana are present in a chloroplast. And if somebody will ask you that how many thylakoids are found in grana, in each grana, then you can say that average 20 to 50 grana thylakoids are present in each granum. Okay, and it may vary from 10 to 100. That means 10 to 100 thylakoids are present in each grana, but average, if you see, 20 to 50 are present, okay, in each granum. Okay, now these granum are interconnected with each other by a tubal like structure. Those light green yellow color structures are known as stroma lamellae, which connects the two grana together. Okay, and you know chloroplast is, this is called chloroplast, and chloroplast, why? Because it contains a chlorophyll pigment. That chlorophyll pigment is generally present in the thylakoid, in the inner membrane of the thylakoid. Okay, this is the basic structure. Another video I will send you explaining the structure of chloroplast in brief. Okay, now the last part is functions. As I've told you, leucoplasts, since they are colorless, they are generally associated with the storage functions. Chromoplasts, since they are colorful, so they are generally associated with the photosynthesis due to presence of chlorophyll pigment, and they are also responsible for the pollination. Since they are colorful, they have colorful pigments, that's why they attract insects for pollination. Okay, and they also helps in seed dispersal process. Okay, then chloroplast is also known as kitchen of the plant cell because it helps in the production of the food for the plant's body. Okay, so this is in general about the mitochondria and the different types of plastids and its functions.